with a live studio audience this morning. Skinner Road School in Vernon watching along with us. It is time now for Creative Futures, where we feature our state's incredible artists and musicians, you name it, artists of any kind. Symphony Privet in Studio 61 with more on this. Symphony, good morning.
Hey, good morning, Keith. We are introducing you to an artist who is transforming New Haven with a paintbrush. Joining us this morning, we have muralist and tattooist Marsh. Welcome to the show.
Peace.
So excited to have you here. First off, I want to say I love the fit, very creative, loving the accessories. What do we call those?
These are
considered
Tooth Johns.
Tooth Johns.
Yes.
Okay, learn something new. I like it. I like it. I've been seeing them, but I wasn't sure what they were called.
Yeah.
I like it. Okay,
Thank
so
you.
let's get into your art. When did you know that you were into art?
I think I found out when I was a little kid. It was, I carried a sketchbook and like art supplies around with me all the time. And then my family kind of just decided like, maybe this is her thing. And so every year I started to get like Christmas gifts or just random stuff, but they all were like geared toward art.
Yeah, what were some of your early inspirations?
Honestly, no one famous, but my stepdad, him and his friends were very creative beings. And so I saw their drawings and wanted to replicate them first. And they would challenge me and say, I bet you can't draw this one. And I would come back the next day with the perfect drawing, and everyone was surprised.
Yeah, I could see why. We're showing some of your work on the screen right now, and it is definitely interesting to look at. I'm sure people will gather different perspectives. What would you say your art showcases now?
I think that my art showcases now a voice of not just myself, but also the community, Black and brown people. I want to focus on representation, seeing more people and our story painted or illustrated in a different way.
What's one of your favorite pieces you've worked on and why?
Oh, that's hard.
It's tough to just pick one baby,
Yeah,
because they're
really
all your
hard.
babies, huh?
I recently started a collection called Learn Me Something, and I have a piece there that has records in it that they were my grandma's. Don't tell my mom, but they were my grandma's, and I used some of those records to just like really put down how I was feeling during the last couple of months. And I like to say I vomited on the canvas, and like literally that piece right there just calls to me.
That sounds awesome, and it's really cool that you incorporated your grandmother into the work as well.
Absolutely.
Now, you also do some work on your social media. What do you think people gather based on what's on your social media?
As far as my art goes?
Yes.
I think that they would gather I'm in the community. I do a lot of group projects, and I, again, just want to be a voice for the people who aren't heard. I want to also, you know, I believe like if we're having a bad day, something that can turn your day around is looking at a beautiful piece of art, or even a piece of art you don't understand, but it allows you to, it's a distraction. It puts you in a different place. And so I want to make sure that I'm always inspiring, regardless, youth, adults, whatever.
Now, you're not only painting, you're also a tattoo artist.
Yes.
How long have you been doing that?
It'll almost be 10 years that I've been tattooing. Right now, I'm at Dolly Tattoo in New Haven. We're located on Welly. We're a pretty close-knitted group of artists. But actually, tattooing is what got me into painting, believe it or not.
Awesome. Okay.
Yeah.
Just a different medium.
Right.
That's really cool. I could see. Look at that. Wow.
Yes, that's a piece of my mini portrait. I create abstract versions of portraits of people because I believe like features aren't that important as long as you know the essence of the being. So I try to capture that in my mini portraits, small details, that really explain who that person is, whether it is the way that you tilted your head or your curly that pokes out all the time. I try to capture that because with people, I think that's most important. We get lost with all of these, is this pretty, is it that? Or, but what is the real root of the being? And I like to capture that with my minis.
Beautiful. I love that. All right, now we do have to head out, but really quickly, let our audience know how they can keep up with what you've got going on.
Okay, you can find me on my website at Marsh Art, and also the same thing for my Instagram. That's MARSHUNART.
All right, thank you so much for joining us.
Absolutely, thanks for having me.